morning, you guys. It is Saturday, June 7th, I think. My hair is whacked. Bangs are cute until you gotta style them, and they're greasy and I pulled them out of the way. Yeah, I have to shower every day so they don't look like this. Or wash my hair every day is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I have to load my vehicle. I have a mess in here. I have roughly less than an hour before I need to leave. I woke up a little bit late this morning. I don't know what happened to my first 2 alarms, but I did not hear them at all. So there's that. I'm going to show you my mess. I was going to show you me cleaning it up, but I honestly don't have time for that. So I have to clean all this up because this needs to get loaded in my car. That needs to go in my car. I need to check my backpack here. I need to pack my money, check over my list, and then all these candles need to get loaded too. So I'm going to tear this guy down and get it in my car real quick because I have about 45 minutes until I need to head out the door. This is my current state of affairs. Yeah, my house, it looks like a bomb went off in here, you guys. Last night I was making and labeling candles, so that was that. I poured 8 pounds of candles, which is not a lot, but I labeled and wiped off and I cleaned off that many, cleaned off 8 pounds and then made 8 pounds is what I'm trying to say. The words aren't wording this morning. I'm doing Pine Island Cheese Fest this weekend. There is rain in the forecast. I'm praying to God that it just holds off and just doesn't do it. It did last year, which kind of affected the turnout, which really sucked. So in hindsight though, on another good note, at least Thursdays downtown is starting next week, so I can start to recoup some of my money that I poured out. I think I might have mentioned this in my last video, and maybe I didn't, but on Monday I paid $600 and some for half of my fees for the year for Thursdays downtown, so I need to make some of my money back because, well, I have bills that are due in about a week, so there's that. Wish me luck. Let's get her done. Oh my god, this is my appearance today. This is the best we're doing. This is what you're gonna get. What the heck? What the heck is that? Oh man, I got another zit coming in. Like a freaking unicorn. I'm gonna just show you the current state of affairs. My car is all packed up. I had to squish everything in there. It almost didn't fit. Let me show you the current state of affairs here because this is the reality of being an artist and everyone's like, oh, I'm just gonna make everything so presentable and everything's just gonna be perfect in my videos. Not me. Not me. People are like, well, you need to make sure that if people are gonna, give you brand deals and stuff, you need to have a clean space. Listen, I'm tired and this is the way it is. We're just gonna be real. That's who we are on this channel. So as far as my kitchen table, this is all I have, and that white table needed to go in my car. All of this needs to be labeled and cleaned. These aren't bad. I didn't get any wax on the bottom, so these should be easy to package up. I wanted to do some of them before I leave. I still might. I got about 3 minutes before I was supposed to leave, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm actually leaving 20 minutes later than I wanted to. Oh, I just keep doing stuff. I just need to leave. Okay, small candles, boom, gone. Labeled, cleaned up, packaged. I already cut the little labels for the tops, so, and they're already stuck on there because I'm a overachiever and I did that last night, so kudos to me. Yeah, I think I have everything. It's all in the car. I just have to get in and can't wait. I hope today's good. I hope the rain holds off and I hope the weather is freaking nice, so wish me luck. Don't need another crash out video. God. So I was able to unload my car like right there, which helped so much because she's like, oh, you can park up and walk down the path. I'm like, I'm not wheeling on my shit. So worked out pretty snazzy if you ask me. I don't think I'm gonna park in this lot. I feel like last year everybody was so dang early unless I was super late. I am here 2.5 hours early so I can like get time to set up. I'm hoping to God that my stakes pound in the ground because usually I bring my weights, but since it's like gonna be staying overnight, my sides don't fit around the ankle weights. I do need to invest in some different weights. Like, in all honesty, if I were to get weights, I want to get the ones that, I don't know if they like, you put sand in them or water, maybe you can put either or in them, but they strap on the inside of your tent legs because I run into so many issues at so many art shows because of, did I turn my car off? No, it's still running. Oh my God. So the issue that I run into is like those weights, obviously when they're bulky at the bottom, the sides don't want to go around. And then when I put the stakes on, sometimes my sides don't want to fit around because it makes it that much wider on each side. So what I try to do when I put like my metal stakes in the ground, shit, I should have asked about that. I think I did last year. I didn't ask about that. I hope I don't have to bring my ankle weights. Shoot. I'm gonna go ask quick in case I need to drive back down there. Anyway, when I put my fence posts in the ground, I'm pretty sure I did that last year. I can't remember. I could even look back on the video and check, but such is life. God, I look tired. Is this like being an adult? You're just always tired? Look who came to visit.
You took it so nicely too.
Got double trouble. Okay, so today wasn't too bad. I actually did financially decent. The weather kind of hoses up. I love when people stare at me when I'm vlogging. It's great. Anyways, that's awkward. It went good. I'm not gonna complain despite the weather challenges. I think that running my deals on my, doing the deals on my candles, and then another thing that helped was having a lot more inventory, bringing everything up. So the way that I'm changing my display seems to be working, I'm hoping. I hope tomorrow I do just as well, if not better. We're supposed to get rain tonight, which makes me very nervous because I have to leave my stuff overnight, and I don't know how I feel about that. So yeah, I made enough money today to pay a couple of my credit cards, so those are due next week. And then I have Thursdays downtown on Thursday next week, and obviously I'll be vlogging again tomorrow because, well, I will be here tomorrow, so hopefully tomorrow goes faster. I got here around 7 o'clock, I think. 7:30? Yeah, and so it's currently 6:34. Everybody wanted to come in my booth as I was closing up. There wasn't anybody hardly for the last 3 hours, and then everyone wanted to flood into my booth, and I'm just like, this lady walks in. I'm just gonna talk about this for a second. It went great. I'm not complaining. I love to see my friends. My friend Kayla showed up. Tara came over. I didn't get any video of her. I might vlog her tomorrow on her coffee truck, but this lady comes in and she's like, if we get 3 ankle bracelets, how about you cut us a deal? And I looked at her, I said, no, I have bills to pay. Sorry, I can't do that. Like, I handmade those by hand. I mean, handmade anklets, and you can't pay $10 for an ankle bracelet that's handmade. I just straight up said no. I didn't care if she bought it or not. I didn't care. I didn't care because they're already cheap. So I think that's a lot of knowing your worth. And I don't think that people really put into thought like how much effort goes into the art. Like, they're like, oh my god, Prince, you're making so much money. It's like, yeah, but do you know how much time I spent on the original? Otherwise, there were a lot of really nice people. I got a lot of really good compliments. This little girl was probably like 7, 8 years old. She comes and she goes, oh my god, your stuff is beautiful. And her little friend or cousin that was with her was like, oh my god, this stuff could be in a museum. And I was like, oh, you guys are cute. You make me kind of want one of you one day. Like, I want a kid one day. Trying to be in a better mindset, better frame of mind. I'm exhausted. It's been like a 12-hour day. By the time I get home, it'll be a 12-hour day at least. And then I'm gonna go home and make some candles. I only have time to make one more batch, but hopefully packing up goes well tomorrow. I only have to sit here from 10 to 4, so that's a good thing. Today was extremely long. This afternoon was very long, but I think the foot traffic really wasn't there because of the weather. It was kind of rainy and dreary and kind of chilly today. It was the same way last year, so I wasn't totally surprised, but anyways, it went well. I'm not going to complain. I kind of look like I crawled out of a culvert. I'm exhausted, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. I woke up like this. Oh, hi. They've gotten a little crazy in their older age, and they're kind of pooping everywhere. They don't really want a bottle anymore. They're mostly on solids. They might eat the bottle once a day. Come here, Mr. Poops a Lot. I'm trying to figure out a way down. Careful. Hi. You're looking for your sibling, huh? You guys are double trouble, though. I need to clean them out. They kind of created a mess last night with their food. Little nuts. If you're new to my channel, I do have 2 squirrel babies. They're almost big enough to release, but I'm not going to do it yet because I want to make sure they're eating solids and stuff. And I don't want to release them in town because I don't want the stray cats to eat them. So, I know, super random. Yeah, they like celery. Should I try it? You want it? Come on. Take it. They'll figure it out later. they have leftover celery they can have. I'm gonna cut this up into smaller pieces and then give them some more vegetables. All right, boys and girls, I'm ready to go. I took some headshots of myself today because I applied for a modeling job, so hopefully we'll see if I get it. The cut was like a pixie cut, and they're like, are you willing to cut your hair? Yes, but I'm not cutting it all off because kinda don't wanna, yeah, I don't wanna look like a boy. Yep, there's some people who rock short hair, not this girl. So I melted some of the tops on my candles, procrastinating per usual. Now I'm running behind because I procrastinated. I'll still be like 20-30 minutes early, so if I leave now, we'll be good. Hopefully today's a lovely, abundant day. The sun is shining, so I'm ecstatic about that. So that's a plus. So yeah, let's get this show on the road. Nice. What do you do here, Joanne?
I do a lot of resin work, and I work with flowers. I love flowers.
Okay, so what brought on this amazing passion of yours?
I went through a tragedy, and this was my therapy.
Yeah?
And it just exploded into all kinds of things.
Well, I could tell your work is beautiful here.
Thank you.
It looks very nice. So how long have you been doing this for?
Only about, well, this stuff I've been doing only like 3 years, but I've been doing a lot of other things for 12, 13 years now.
Wow, okay. What's your favorite thing to make?
Wall art.
The wall art here? It's gorgeous.
I love working with for art. Some of this is raised, you can tell. I try to make things 3D.
Yeah. So you do digital art too, you say? Cool. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So where can people find you? Do you have a website? Are you on social media?
I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I have a QR code, but it's Twigs and Branches
Okay.
shop.
Twigs and Branches shop.
Yes.
Okay, and you're local in the
Rochester.
Rochester area? Okay, and you'll be at Thursdays downtown this year, correct?
Yes, I will.
All right, perfect. Well, you can check out Joanne's stuff. I'll put her links down below for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will tell you what, this one needs to quit. I don't want to go for a spin. Today's not the day. Alright, so I made it home. I'm alive. I made it. Slept like doo-doo last night. I didn't mention that. However, today was okay. I did about half the sales, maybe a lot less than that than I did yesterday. It was Sunday, it was a slow day, but the weather cooperated. The wind was beating the shit out of me, so there's that. But I do want to say that there have been a lot of moments lately where I've really been doubting my journey, and I've been very vocal about that on my YouTube channel. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, I'm going through it, man. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, there's a lot of changes taking place in my life. There's a lot of shifts. I think that this comes with like the 30s, and it's not fun sometimes, and it's uncomfortable. I'm trying to search for the silver linings. Today I got reminded of what my purpose is on Earth, and I think that it's spreading mental health awareness, and I'm trying to figure out the right way to go about things, because like, it's not that I hate art shows. Like, there's a few people that I do connect with, and there's a reason that I am there, but I do struggle because, you know, people mishandling my things and stuff. But anyway, long story short, there was this woman that walked into my booth today, and she was looking at my artwork, and for some reason I felt the need to like talk to her because I was hanging out with two of the people that, you know, I hung out with today. Joanne was the artist, and then Tabitha was selling Scentsy. I didn't get Tabitha on camera today. I was going to, and I also didn't get my friend Tara. I've kind of slacked down the video skills today. Anyway, someone told me to go back into my booth and talk to this lady. And I was telling her that my art's based around mental health awareness and I got new prints, and she's like, oh my God, your work's amazing. And when I told her that it was based around mental health awareness, I could tell that something registered, something clicked. And she opened up to me and told me that her son, you know, he attempted to unalive himself. Gotta watch what I say on here. Back in 2022, I think it was. And he pulled the trigger and the bullet, like, it didn't work. So apparently God wanted him to stay on Earth. And in that moment, we had like this really in-depth conversation about how it strengthened her family, it strengthened the bond with everybody, and just made everybody closer. And I was reminded of part of my purpose today, and it was really refreshing because it felt like, there's a lot of times where I'll sit there and I just wonder, like, hey, why am I here? And there's times where I feel like kind of like a carny in a way, hauling my stuff all over the place, and I'm busting my butt to make ends meet. And there's a lot of times where I've contemplated getting a job and just, you know, getting a part-time job and doing this and then spreading myself too thin. And I'm already very, very stressed out, especially as far as finances. And as much as I try not to let that bother me, it does, because that's my only sense of security has always been financial stability. I always find a way to make money, but I don't want life to be about money. And I just want to help people, you know? It's been hard. And I've just been in my head about things that I don't know about, and it's just a very, very weird period for me. I thought I'd be sitting in a different place. I said this several different times on my channel. I thought I'd be sitting in a different place, and I'm really trying my best to embrace the journey, but there's a lot of times where it's just not fun for me. And today I was reminded God sent somebody into my booth, and God's been very silent in my life, and it usually doesn't happen, but just because, you know, we're not reaping a harvest doesn't mean that he's not working behind the scenes. You know, it's kind of like a seed. I was telling someone this today because I was very open about where I'm at in life, and, like, you know, it's kind of like a seed. You know, when the seed starts growing, they develop roots first. You can't see it because it's underground, and I think that that's what God does a lot of times in our life. And these seasons of waiting and these waiting periods are very painful, and I never thought that I'd be 31 and feeling so lost in life. And yeah, I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for a connection. I connected with a couple of people, Tabitha and Joanne. So if you're watching this, thank you for hanging out with me today. I was laughing again. It's been really hard for me to laugh lately. Just been going through it, you know? And I keep telling myself that things are going to get better. I was driving on my way home and there was this cardinal, and I just needed a sign that, you know, everything's going to be okay, because there's a lot of different things that I'm worried about that I've not vocalized on here, and I probably won't talk about, but I saw this cardinal fly directly over my windshield. I almost hit it on the way home, and if that wasn't God, I don't know what it is. And I heard, you're okay. Everything's going to be okay. So everything that I'm overthinking, I don't think I'm going to have to worry for long. So anyways, if you watched to the end of this video, I truly, genuinely appreciate you. If you're a subscriber, thank you for watching my videos and continuing to support me. Again, time and time again, I'll say it. I'm sorry for my state of mind I've been in lately, but I can't fake being happy when I'm kind of feeling empty inside, you know? I'm trying my best to be a good friend, a business owner, show up for people, make time for people, do this, have a good attitude. And I can't tell you how hard it is sometimes to, I understand mental health because I deal with it on a daily basis, and there's sometimes where I wake up and I'm in a great mood, and then there's sometimes where I wake up and I'm like, what's the point of all this, you know? And I think that that's normal as a human. Just not everybody talks about it. I'm trying to be positive and uplifting. I'll get back to myself soon. I don't know. I just appreciate you for being here and listening. So if you made it to the end, thank you. I start Thursdays downtown on Thursday, so in like 4 days I'll be doing that. So I'm thinking about vlogging. We'll see how I'm feeling. I think I'm going to take a step back from vlogging so much for at least a little while. That's just my initial plan. Every time I plan that, I go crazy with posting videos, but I have this video and then 2 others to edit. So thank you so much for being here. And if you purchase anything from me or just you watch to the end of my videos, I genuinely appreciate you, because this road has been very challenging. So Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and peace out, my homages. Bye.